Let's have some fun. Okay, come on, live. There we are. Live. It's the night owl. Hey, everybody. Welcome. No viewers right now, but for those who are on YouTube, we got Rick in the room, we got Lyrics, and we got Kawhi. Is that how he said it? Kawhi?
He gave us the
Kwai.
entire deal
That's it,
on the
Kwai.
lettering, bro.
Right, Kwai. AU means W in Hawaii.
12 characters, right?
Right, 12 characters.
And they hate white people.
And they hate white people and black people and Asians.
Yeah, everyone that's not Hawaiian, I guess.
Mm.
Well, it is their island, dude. You know, what the hell?
Yeah. Should have a march over there or something. God, not much bigotry going on? Sounds pretty bad in Hawaii. And he's mentioned there's a 30% unemployment rate.
Why would you want to live on an island? It's just dumb.
Am I seeing a reflection of a deer's head? What am I seeing?
It does look like a deer's head.
It is a deer's head.
It's upside
It
down
is.
or something.
It is a reflection. You're right.
Is that me? Are they reflect? Is he taking pictures of me?
No, no,
Oh, okay.
because it looks like there's a mirror there. Oh wow, that is freaky.
It is freaky.
That may be my brother. I don't know.
Maybe showing he's got the camera on the floor or something.
There's a mirror there.
Yeah, there's a mirror.
And a deer.
And a deer. Mirror,
A
mirror on
buck.
the wall.
It's got horns, man.
Buck.
I do too.
So, hey, did you guys see that video roaming around? Supposedly, a NASA video of the International Space Station, and apparently three objects were filmed, and then they cut the feed. Just some saying it was UFOs.
What? Say that again?
Yeah, international video feed was cut after three objects were spotted. I'll give you a
It's
link.
aliens?
They're saying it's saying the UFOs.
I'll check this shit out here. Hold on.
You can watch on YouTube app, or I could screen share maybe. Let's see. Now, at first I'm like, that could be just fucking birds. But, I mean, it's out of the atmosphere, so it can't be a fucking bird.
I don't know, man. But what if it really did happen? What am I supposed to do? Like, I don't know. We've got aliens all over the planet, man. That's got to be us. If that was real, like three objects like that, they had to be man-made. They couldn't have been aliens, dude. We would have known. Someone would have said something by now.
Freaky, freaky sound they use in the soundtrack.
What's up with that shit camera they got on that thing, dude?
Yeah, what? Okay, there's something. You see something over there flying by. right there. There's something else over here. The fuck? No, there's no. What the hell's that? Unless that was a loop. No,
Those are people's souls, dude.
not many
Going to
dying there.
God.
Now here's where they interrupted it. See, this message apparently came up. I think.
That
Now
is
they're
kind of
zoom.
weird if that's legit, you know.
Now they're zooming into. Now he's zooming into the footage before they cut it. See that shit? I would say that looks like a freaking bat.
Looks like an object glowing, dude, from the atmosphere.
Unless it was unless it's just one good hoax. Okay. Well, we did see the object
It
coming from
says
that
high
side.
def cam, but dude, that's like not a very good camera. NASA's got way better cameras. I don't know why they would use like look how pixely that is, dude.
Well, how far is that object away, though?
It's far, but we have way better cameras. I don't know why this particular feed would be so crappy, you know.
Just one, just
Like look at Earth, it's like barely even you can tell there's Earth there, but it's not really noticeable. It's just like a white and blue blob. I've seen other videos from the ISS feed, and they were way clearer than that, dude.
Hmm.
It's a
So what do you
hoax.
think? Hoax?
Hoax. Bullshit.
Think it's a hoax, Rick?
Um, is my mic even on? Oh,
Yeah, I hear you.
I haven't seen it. I was trying to find it on YouTube.
Oh, I was screen sharing it.
Oh,
Okay.
uh,
Well, I put a link. There's a link in the chat.
There were three objects. You know, it
Yeah.
looked like there were three objects coming up from Earth, but the camera looked so pixelated. I've seen ISS feeds before, and they were a lot more clear than that. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Seems kind of squirrely to me. Like maybe that was the ISS feed, but like they just put down the definition on purpose. That seems like it's legit, you know.
My whole take on it is like I was super scared of Nibiru, right? And they got me with Nibiru, man. I fell for that shit. I was super paranoid, man. And then I started seeing all these other things on those feeds. And then when I started to like not be afraid and really think about it, I'm not an astronomer and I'm not a scientist, and I all the people who had the YouTube videos of that shit weren't either. So I decided that I don't know what the fuck it is, and then like looking at all these other videos, I don't know what any of that shit is. It all looks scary if it's presented that way. So I try not to be afraid of shit on feeds and stuff because I'm not an expert at it. But yeah, I mean it's pretty scary. If you can convince somebody this looks weird and then you actually believe it, that's some scary shit, dude. Because asteroids and meteorites and comets and shit, fuck up the whole world like they've done before, and it's going to happen. Just a matter of when. But yeah. I'm no longer afraid of anything in NASA footage that's being presented by somebody who's not an expert anymore, because they've been wrong like a lot since I watched YouTube in 2006. But that's my take on it. I'm going to listen now.
Did
It's
you guys
aliens.
hear? It's aliens. Did you guys hear about the
What were you gonna
story of?
say?
Did you hear the story about the in Japan, the first robots to get married?
What, dude?
Robots that
Married?
got married in Japan. You didn't hear about it?
Are they the same sex? Are they gay robots? I mean, can they have a sex or something?
Oh yeah, they got married on Friday. Let's. I'll get the. Let me get the. Get a link for you.
I don't know. Do robots even have sex? Like, not like, do they bump hips, but like male-female sex? I don't think they do. So I think that they would
You got a
be.
washer and you got a dryer, you know.
Yeah. You got a Phillips and you got a flat head.
Yeah, where's this story, man? I'm interested in this, man.
um,
Because I actually want to identify as a robot so that I can get married and see if I can do it.
do you want to identify as a robot? Here's the link. I'll screen share. Here it is. The
Oh,
bride wore white,
he's a handsome fellow, dude.
and the groom wore out his. The bride wore white, and the groom wore out his batteries. First robot wedding in Japan takes place and even ends with a kiss. Look at that thing that comes out.
They're
There's
gonna have
some.
some fun tonight with that. Look at that. How big that is. It's a tool right there.
What is it in the sidebar? Oh, dude, the girl's hot.
And I guess here is Pepper. He must be the best man.
Dude, she kind of married down, didn't she? Look at that dude.
Look at his abs, bro. Look at those washboard abs.
It's like Lost in
Sex machine.
Space. Okay, here's the video. This is pretty cool. They show you some of the ceremony. Um,
Would it be considered marriage if they're forced? Because wouldn't they be programmed to be married? I guess forced weddings are legit. They happen all the time.
I gotta get past this commercial. There you go, free ad on my live feed. I get no royalties. There we go. Too bad I can't do the fucking sound here over live. It's gotta be a way. There's our lovely groom.
Look at all those crazy ass people there.
They even have a robot clapping their hands. They're speaking in Japanese anyway. Oh, look, there they are, kissing the
Ooh, look
bride.
at that thing, man.
You may kiss the bride. Come on. That must be the groomsman. Oh, that was the entertainment.
That was the entertainment. Bunch of fucking robots running around like. Oh my gosh, this is silly. Japanese people are crazy, man.
I'm sure they say the same thing about Americans.
I know. We're crazy
There's,
too.
there's a wedding invitation.
That would be fun to go to, though. That'd be a highlight.
They actually have robots. I mean, even here, like that. Even I don't know if you've seen some of the technology that's coming out here with the robots, but they have it looking better, even better than this, more realistic, freaky. Oh, there's a good movie you guys see. It's called Ex Mechanic. Is it Ex Mechanica? Ex Machina? Gotta check that out. You ever heard of it?
No, I'm trying to think of like the last movie I actually saw that was new.
Definitely check out that movie.
You know what movie I want to see? The 13th Warrior. With Antonio Banderas. You ever see that?
No, I didn't even hear about it.
Fucking good movie, dude. It's like Antonio Banderas is like killing things with Vikings and stuff. I don't know. I can't remember exactly, but it's a good movie.
All right, Armin, your ex-friend and Link. I sent you an invite with Samana.
We do need a woman in here, man. Brighten it up a little bit.
You know who hasn't been around? I haven't seen Sugar around in a while. Where's Sugar been? I haven't seen her in a few days.
Maybe she got worn out, you know.
All right, I'm gonna put the link in the event page. See what kind of crazies come in. Oh,
Yeah, that guy that came in here, he was pretty cool, dude. I didn't know what the hell he was talking about for a little while there, but
Quay. Yes, I've hung out with Quay before. He actually did. It was a couple months ago. I was in the interfaith group chat. He was in there, and he did. They do like the reading with the cards, the tarot cards.
yeah.
So he's into that, and he did a reading for me.
What happened?
Nothing really. I couldn't really. A couple of things maybe vaguely I can relate to. I could see a lot of other stuff just didn't seem like it pertained to me. And then the other guy, there was this Kevin. I forgot his Seguin. Kevin Seguin. He's a polytheist. I don't know if you ever met him.
A
And
polytheist?
yeah, he's a polytheist. Yeah,
That's interesting.
yeah, believes in many gods.
I don't think I've met one of them on here yet.
Oh, actually, I think they're even hanging out tonight. And I think they're having an interfaith tonight. But yeah, you could, oh yeah, he'll give you a whole history, man. Very knowledgeable guy. Cool, good, cool dude.
Like
But he's a poly.
I think that I worship aspects of certain gods in history. Like I was thinking about that before, like looking into some of the Roman mythology and stuff like that. That along my life, I've followed like some of these gods. If I lived in Roman times, you know, those would be the gods that I chose. But now, like we know, like Apollo, I'm a musician. I would probably worship Apollo in Roman times, but now it just seems kind of silly.
Was he the god of music?
Yeah, and I'm trying to think of who else. There was another one too.
Satan?
Jupiter. Satan? No, Jupiter. I like I worship order. Like order is like a big thing, and like Jupiter's also part of government. It's like representative, the personification of like a well-maintained government, and that's something that I've always it's always been on my mind since I was young. You know, like having that mindset of having order and having like an architecture of my inner government. You know, my inner rules and moralities and stuff. I can relate to that a lot.
Apollo and Jupiter.
But I just can't say I worship Apollo and Jupiter now because they'll look at me like I'm dumb. So I just say I'm an atheist. You know?
Let's take a look at Jupiter. Jupiter, Latin Luperter, genitive case Lovis or Jove, Jove, is the king of the gods and the god of sky and thunder in myth. Jupiter was the chief deity of Roman state religion throughout the Republican and imperial eras until Christianity became the dominant religion of the empire. In Roman mythology, he negotiates with Numa Pompilius, the second king of Rome, to establish principles of Roman religion such as sacrifice. You sure you got the right god?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Jupiter is usually thought to have. Let me screen share.
He's the god of like the foundations of kind of like of the morality of the government. He's like the personification of that, and I take that inwardly in myself. Like I'm like a believer of virtue ethics, and I think Jupiter is like as best as I can get to a god when it concerns those things. That kind of framework of mind, you know, as far as I can tell.
Oh, here you go. Yeah, he was considered the sky god. So, as the sky god, he was a divine witness to oaths, the sacred trust. Here's what you were talking about, on which justice and good government depend. Many of his functions were focused on the Capitoline, where the citadel was located. He was the chief deity of the early Capitoline triad with Mars and Quirinus. Quirinus? In the later
Aquinas.
Quirinus, in the later Capitoline triad, he was a central guardian of the state with Juno and Minerva. His sacred tree was the oak. He was equivalent to the Greek Zeus, brother of Neptune and Pluto.
Look up Apollo.
Apollo. Go. Just put in Apollo. A night at the Apollo.
Yeah, it's weird. I forget which order it is.
Welcome back.
Oh yeah, it's planets are named after the Roman gods, and their moons are named after their Greek counterparts. That's how they name shit. So that's pretty cool.
GreekMythology.com. Apollo is the son of Zeus and Leto, twin brother of Artemis. He was the god of music, and he is often depicted playing a golden lyre. He was also known as the archer, far shooting with a silver bow, the god of healing, giving the science of medicine to man, the god of light, and the god of truth. One of Apollo's most important daily tasks was to harness his four-horse chariot in order to move the sun across the sky.
Seems cool in my book. So I'm now an Apollo worshiper, everyone, just in case you're
Apollo
wondering.
and Jupiter, yeah, son of Zeus, which is
Hail Apollo.
The one true god, Apollo.
Oh, yes, the one true and only God, my God, Apollo.
And I know he's true because he's the god of truth.
That's right.
Logic, bitches, logic.
Can't get any much truthier than that.
Well, the thing is, see, I know it to be true because of personal revelation, and you don't have the author in your heart, so it doesn't
Well,
matter
I,
what.
I read it right here in this book, and this book here told me that it was the truth. So
Yeah, yeah,
So there.
because it's totally justified to prove your accusation with your accusation. I was talking to a presuppositionist. I can't pronounce it, but he was pulling that. He was pulling that. Can you prove science with science? And I was like, no. And it's a really bad idea to try to prove anything with the thing you're trying to prove. But I was talking to a presup, so in out in one ear and out the other in a great circle of circular reasoning.
Up with circular reasoning. Why don't you get a avatar for yourself lyrics with Apollo and Jupiter?
Hey, don't take the Lord's name in vain now. Dude, I will burn you at a stake for that. Because
Please,
my
please
God's gonna
don't.
burn you forever, but he wants you to hurry up and get to forever quicker.
Can I get
So
stoned
he's gonna
first?
well, only women get stoned, and then the men have to pay 30 shekels of gold for forgiveness,
I'd rather get
and
stoned.
it can only be women from the nations around you, because the women that are your own nation, you have to treat with decency and only rape them for 7 years. It's in the book. You
It's
would
in the
know
book.
this if you were a true worshiper.
Mhm. Yeah, sure. Just leave without telling us.
I heard the kid cry, so I ran real quick, and then I gave him a kiss, and he went to bed.
Kid woke up. I like how kid woke up. Errol fast. Riesel.
Errol!
Riesel. What's Riesel?
It's my
Real
horrible
fast.
typing.
Mm.
I miss my computer.
I was
Wish I had the
saying
time.
lyrics. You should change your avatar. Have like an Apollo and Jupiter.
Have Apollo with like an afro.
I don't know.
That'd be pretty bomb.
Oh,
Maybe I will. I'm gonna look it up. I now worship Apollo, so I guess I kind of have to do something like that.
Welcome to the truth, brother. You always believed in him. You were just denying
So
it.
what does
Why
that
did you
make me? Am I a
choose not to
theist
believe?
now? Am I a theist because I believe in Apollo?
you are a
Well,
theist.
Apollo is a personal god that interacts with us. So yes, you would not be a deist. You would be a theist. Because
You are an
deists are just.
Apple. You are an Apollonian Jupiterian.
Ooh, that just sounds sexy.
What is that? Sounds lovely.
Apollonian Jupiterian.
Sounds like I kill barbarians or something. I could understand worshiping something like that, like the personification of something that is out in the open. You know what I mean? Like for me, Yahweh or the whole Christianity thing, it seemed like it, it didn't personify anything to me. You know, like Jesus didn't personify anything. Sacrifice didn't work. You know, I can understand personifying music and seeing the love and the beauty in that and being able to incorporate that into a God belief, but I never understood sacrifice like that to guide me, you know? Isn't that what Jesus personifies is like sacrifice, I guess?
There's your God. There's your God lyrics.
A sexy bitch.
He's sexy.
Look at that hair, man. Golden locks. See, it's a guy. It's a personification of an idea, of an aspect of humanity. I could understand people worshiping something like that because it's practiced in daily life. You know, it's like in Roman society they had specific castes of people that were musicians, or and it's kind of how it is now. But they had guilds and stuff like this. You know, where they'd rent out their services and they personified a god. And they the musicians worshipped Apollo, blah blah blah. But it seemed a lot easier than the Christianity thing.
That's a cool picture. That's a woman. Look, does look feminine. Is that Apollo?
Well, most of them are androgynous or whatever, male and female looking at the same time. It's official. I worship Apollo.
There you go. Here's your sim. Who's that? I heard a voice in the background.
Oh, that was me. I was talking to Miss Carla.
Oh,
She
Miss
needed me.
Carla.
Yeah,
Hi, Miss Carla.
yeah, she's in her bed. She can't move on her own, so when she hollers, I come
Is
around.
that the Medusis or something? What is that symbol called?
Which one? With the snakes?
Yeah, I didn't say it right, dude.
No, Medusa is the one with the
Something
snakes.
with something with cis in it. I can't remember.
Phones are not as good as computers yet. We got a big old, unfortunately, Google app has stopped in front of the video and just won't go away because I switched from my phone to this little tablet thing. Running on battery.
There's Jupiter or Zeus.
At Zeus?
Seems Zeus. Well, Zeus is
Zeus
the
is,
Greek equivalent to Jupiter
Yeah.
of the Roman. Yeah.
yeah. And Jesus is the equivalent of a lot of those too. They're all the same things, just recycled.
God of thunder and
Um,
rock and roll.
Poseidon isn't just the god of the ocean. He's also the god of earthquakes. I don't know why, but it's an interesting little factoid.
Very interesting.
Thor is the god of blacksmithing.
You know what no one talks about are the ancient religions of Africa. I don't hear anyone talking about those. I've never even heard of them. Just piles of religions that came out of Africa that are still practiced now that no one ever hears about.
Because they don't kill people anymore.
Yeah,
Because they're and they don't knock on your door while you're eating dinner.
I guess the closest we got is that Hebrew Israelite, right? Jesus. Is that like? I don't even know.
Do you believe in a historical Jesus?
Do I?
Yeah.
I'm an atheist, dude. No.
No, I meant historical Jesus. Not,
No. No, not
yeah.
at all.
People think I'm crazy, and they're like, "Well, lots of seculars believe in a historical Jesus." I'm really, really skeptical. Like
I
you
don't. I think that there is absolutely zero truth about historical events in the Bible.
have,
I think it's all
it's in,
fabricated.
it's yeah. I describe it as factual as Harry Potter because London does exist,
Yeah,
but
it does have cities that existed then, I'll grant it that, but it's just a tale using those cities and it's not real. Yeah.
I don't believe
That's
in
just me.
historical Moses, Judah. I don't believe in any. I think I'm convinced they all were written um, in the third tense after the story, and that they're all just make believe, all of them.
Well, the way that I see it is that I don't believe in Anubis. I don't believe that the writings of Anubis are true in any way. I view
You're gonna kill me.
Christianity kind of the same way. I try to get knowledge from the religions and stuff, but I don't see it. I don't see them in any different light. You know what I mean? Like if you asked a Christian if they believed in Apollo, they would be like, "No, that's silly." And I'm just like the same way with Christianity.
Quay, get some noise from your microphone.
Oh, me? Here, let me fix that.
Yeah.
It's this cheap, not phone. Yeah, hold on. Motherfucker.
But you can get knowledge from it. You just have to like find the right people that are not like crazy. Any person can take like any somewhat normal, reasonable person can take a religion and get knowledge from it. You know, not everyone can. You just got to find those people.
Yeah, I mean, I have no problem with historical Jesus. I mean, Keefe was just having to hang out about this. He was supposed to have two people on debating about the historicity of Jesus. Instead, I think Maximus and Bunto on the debating, but I didn't get a chance to listen to it. But anyway, I mean, a lot of people are named Jesus or Joshua or Yeshua or Yahshua or Yahashua back in that day, and you also had many who were claiming to be messiahs. So, a guy named Jesus who spread some kind of religious message might have existed, and then the story just over time got embellished.
Give me an example of any other religion that was started by a single person. Just give me an example of any religion, dude. It's always been groups, right?
Um, what do you mean, like surrounded around one person like Jesus?
I don't know, man. Like, do you
What
think that the
about
entire
Islam?
movement just started with one man?
What about Islam?
I don't necessarily think Islam was developed by one person. It's not the philosophies of one man. No, no one's that smart. At least to come up with it with a tale that fabulous by themselves.
What about Buddha?
Same way. There's monks. There's always been monks. There's always been a priest caste of whatever culture. You know?
Hmm.
But regardless of if it was developed by one man's teachings by themselves or a group of men or a group of different men throughout time, if you're a reasonable human being, you'd be able to glean knowledge from it, as long as it's not complete and utter gibberish. But the Bible is, you can get good things from it. A lot of
Oh
other
yeah, there's a
texts.
lot of good stuff, especially like in Proverbs, Ecclesiastes, a little poetry and Psalms.
I'm gonna start studying this African religion, dude.
Or even go to Song of Songs, some sexual innuendos in there.
I love sexual innuendos in my spirituality, bro.
I'm sorry, I missed that. What was that?
Nothing.
I had to plug in my headphones.
So 10% of the population of the continent have African. Oh man, you got rid of it too.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's all right. It's cool. I'll go look it up.
No, I got it. Here we go. I'm back. You got it?
I'm interested in this, dude, because I don't hear any sort of beliefs outside of the Abrahamic religions really in here. I mean, I guess there's some people, I guess, that be considered Buddhists, but they don't really identify as them. They have, Buddhist tendencies, but I don't see any people representing the African religions.
$100 million. Yep, or 10% of the population of the continent. So what
You hear
are
any
there?
feedback? Let me know if you guys hear any feedback this time, because I'm on the Samsung Galaxy this time. I think it.
They sound good. No, it wasn't feedback. It was like almost like a bad connection in the wire or something kind of noise.
It's like a little piece of shit, like phone that I was using while I was charging mine.
So here, practices and rituals in some of the African religions.
Yeah,
The
there's a bunch
supreme
of
god
that.
is worshipped through consultation or communion with lesser deities and ancestral spirits. The deities are honored through libation, sacrifice of animals, vegetables, cooked food, flowers, semi-precious stones, and precious metals. The will of God is sought by the believer also through consultation of oracular deities or divination. In many traditional African religions, there's a belief in a cyclical nature of reality, the living standard between the ancestors and the unborn. Traditional African religions embrace natural phenomena, ebb and tide, waxing and waning moon, rain and drought, and the rhythmic pattern of agriculture. Oh, very similar to Eastern thought there.
Yeah, I couldn't hit the mic, but my opinion on the Jesus story is the same as Hercules. There may have been, well, there probably was somebody named Hercules, and he may have done something, but over time, the stories grew and grew and grew, and it became legend. I consider a historical Jesus only likely if it's a legend, but
Mm-hmm.
I have no problem with the historical Jesus, but I don't believe in a historical Jesus because there's not enough evidence to believe in the story as it's told. So that was my 2 cents. That fucking phone had this error message in front of it, and I couldn't hit the
No
mic.
problem.
Hallelujah.
I will be right back. I need to get something to munch on. Carry on. We're still live.
Excellent. Cigarettes are evil. have quit a lot of things in my life, not cigarettes.
Better late than never.
Hey, hey, Patrick.
Yeah. How you doing? Better late than never, I guess. Believe it or not, I was in a hangout with Bathtub Guy, otherwise
Who
known
the
as
hell's
Down's
that
Corner.
guy? Does he talk in the bathtub or something?
Was he what? I can't hear you.
Does he talk in the bathroom or something?
No, not exactly. Well, sometimes he does. Anyway,
Are you talking about Down syndrome?
yes, Down syndrome, Down's Corner, yeah.
What did you guys talk about?
Well, it was first Johnny May, and
Johnny May!
yeah. So obviously, Down's Kevin, his name is, came in, and whatever. I told Kevin, I said, you know, I took you out of my circles, Kevin, because you're everywhere you went, the fucking trolls went. So I suspected you. So I didn't block you, but I took you out of my circles. I don't, you know, I tell it like it is. Anyway, so what's up, guys?
John?
Everybody's
I have
really
a place
talking.
to stay tonight, so I'm happy about a place to stay for the night.
You're happy about? I can't hear you.
Oh, sorry. It's because
Hey, Patrick. Why I got this blue line around all the bottom? Oh, this is weird. How did this happen?
I don't know. I don't see it.
Okay, it's I got it. I clicked it. What's up, Pat?
It was better late than never.
Yeah, how you doing?
Same old shit.
I haven't seen you in a few.
Well, isn't it you that has those morning hangouts that I don't go to because I don't get up until afternoon?
Yeah, I got up a little late today and wound up hanging out with William instead. And I'm not gonna do one tomorrow morning because I'm doing this now. So I'll probably do one Wednesday morning.
So what's new?
We're talking about I don't know. We're just talking about African religions and talking about how lyrics worships Apollo and Jupiter now.
Is that right?
Hmm.
What, you got a
Tell
problem
me,
with that? You got a problem with that, Pat? I'm a theist now, buddy.
Hmm.
Actually, no, wait, I'm a whatever. What's it when you worship two gods, dude? Am I a polytheist now?
Polytheist? Yeah.
You're a polytheist now.
All right, I'm now a polytheist. Come on, Pat. Let's get into an argument, dude.
I like it.
Well,
He-
monotheism is just stupid. I mean, polytheism is obviously the one true way of believing.
Yeah.
You atheists, you're all going to hell. You eat babies.
Those were the days when we believed in a dozen or so gods. Huh? All those Greek gods, you know? Shows
I
Greek.
only worship two, dude. Any other
no,
way,
you're all wrong.
blasphemy.
You're all wrong. It's infinite gods. Infinite. It never stops. And to think anything else is ludicrous, and you're all going to burn in hell.
That would be
Wait a minute.
that would be Hinduism. That
That's
would be Hinduism.
Oh, man.
Actually, no, I want to be Wiccan now, so I'm going to be Wiccan.
I got a few books on that.
What is
I
Wiccan?
like but when you
Wiccan
worship
is really came from the is it 50s or 60s? They were trying to like it was a kind of to me it's actually a little girl's religion. They were pulling up some of the old Druid stuff and they recreated a religion. They called it Wicca. There's a whole story behind it, and some people disagree. There's this one guy who actually pulled it up and started this whole thing. It's I'm going to call it a harmless religion. I'm going to call it it's not one of the religions that you have to worry about like the Christian religions and the biblical
Do they
religions.
like have bonfires and sacrifice people? And, like,
No,
get
no.
around naked and
No,
shit?
in fact, their
Bonfires,
mantra.
but no sacrifices.
In fact, their mantra is, basically, the sayings like "what goes around comes around," those kind of sayings. They all came from the Wiccan stuff.
I'm done with
things
the cigarettes.
things happen in threes, that sort of thing. Um, one of the mantras. Let me think if I can remember it. I wrote it down once, and I used to memorize it.
It's gonna make me Google.
What you if you cast a spell on somebody, it comes back to you in threefold. So the idea is that the mantra is that you don't want to do any bad or wish any bad things on people or cast any bad spells on people because it'll come back to you threefold. So you want to make sure that you do all good things. So it's a friendly kind of
It's a friendly.
it's a nice religion. It's a little girl's sweet religion.
Do they believe in faith healing instead of going to the doctor?
No, it's
Okay, well then,
basically a witchcraft kind of thing.
I
They
had
believe
two
in the
moments in
spirits
my,
and the moon spirits and the earth spirits. They different deities, different spirits, things like that.
I had
And,
two
and of
moments
course, it's
in my
our
life.
herbals. It's the herbs and stuff like that.
Oh, sorry, Pat.
I'm sorry. No, go ahead.
I was saying I had 2 periods in my life where 3 people died that were either
You had
close
2
to me.
periods, dude? You should go to the doctor. You're not supposed to have periods. You're a dude.
I'm drinking cranberry juice now, so I'm all right, dude. But I
You
had
guys made me choke on my wine.
Pat's drinking tonight. Yeah.
No, it's just one glass.
But that 3 thing, dude, I've experienced 3 bad omens, 3 deaths twice in my life. So that kind of rings true to me, when things in threes. I notice that a lot.
Confirmation bias.
Yeah,
Best way to believe.
Yeah, look up the mantra. The I forget what it's. I might even
There's some
have
wicked
it. I might even
spells.
have it in one of my pictures, my JPEGs. I might even have it somewhere.
They have spells to bless water? That's
Yeah.
awesome, dude.
Yeah, I mean it's
There it is.
See, look, there's a Celtic.
Learn how to use magic? Click on that, dude.
I notice magic is spelled with a K.
Well, magic is real because God warned against doing it, so it must be real.
Oh, this isn't real magic. There's a K at the end of it, dude.
No, that's the way they spell it. In fact, some of them don't even use the C.
Are you sure? Because I spell magic
Yeah.
without the K.
Yeah, everybody knows that.
Americans didn't speak English.
This isn't real magic, dude.
Yeah. Go back to the basics. On the top it says Wiccan Basics. I think there's a mantra in there. I think I've seen this website. See where it says Wicca Basics?
Got a pentagram on it. That's pretty culty, right?
Sabbath. Charge of the dark god and goddess. Let's see.
Thank goodness there's no Christians in here right now, dude. You can see that. Ooh, pentagrams, witches.
All right, you guys want to see a pentagram? There's mine. Can you see that?
How to create your own book of shadows.
Can you see this?
Do you use that with your spells, Pat?
No, this is just a little artwork I did on the opposite side of a chessboard.
That proves all the Christians right about atheists, right? You are secretly worshiping the devil.
That's right.
Yeah.
For like example, I know a little bit about it. For example, the symbol of the ram that they stole, like they stole everything else that they used for the devil symbol, is actually the spirit of death. And this is not a bad spirit. This is a spirit that guides you to the next life or to the thereafter or whatever. And they turned it into this devil thing. Yeah.
Well, the Jehovah's Witness way of thinking is Satan is a smart spirit creature because he was made as a spirit creature, so I guess that means he's smart. But he was smart enough to put things to stumble people pre-Jesus history. And so that's why there are all these similarities to the Jesus story before Jesus. It's to fool you.
All right, whatever. I don't know. They stole everything from other religions. We know that. Everything that they have that they claim to be their own, they stole from other religions.
They stole it from Jupiter, from my god.
That's right.
It's
One of my
not
gods.
stolen if they're dead.
No,
I know.
you know what I'm saying. to appease the masses, to try and get them over to the Christian religion. They used, the fact that we have Halloween, the fact that we have all these other,
Christmas.
yeah, they
There's no such thing as a Christian holiday.
right. Okay, so let me see if I can find the. I'm not going to look for it in my pictures. I'm going to just Google it.
You're looking for a chant, right?
I'm looking for the Wiccan mantra.
Okay, mantra, not a chant. They call it. Here you go. Individual meditations. Let's try this mantra meditation. Close. How do I get this out of here? Close this. Okay. The sound of God. Mantra is the sound of God in a form.
Well, this one here shows like various ones, how to choose your mantra. I'm looking for the one that they showed about the things that come around in threes. One of the things they say is as long as you harm no one, do what you will. Right? You heard of that before?
Mm-hmm. Satanist. It's a Satanist teaching.
No, that's just nonsense. Fucking Satanists. Fucking stupid asses.
That's one of their mantras. Do as it will.
Yeah, no, they stole it from the Wiccans.
I like Om. Oh.
See, the Celtic and Druid lore, they're basically, the Wiccan stuff is borrowed from the Druids and the Celtics. The herbs and stuff like that, the aromatherapies, all that stuff is, the crystals and the gemstones. It's all Wiccan stuff. It's all.
Well, herbs do have healing.
Oh yeah, I mean we know. I'm just saying that this is what they, there's always some truth behind some of the things of everything.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. These 8 words the reed fulfill, and ye harm none. Do what ye will. There's a whole list of things here that I'm not going to read the whole thing, but that we can read. But but there's something about the way things happen in threes, and which is why you should be careful of what you try to do. So you're not supposed to do any. They try to teach you, mind the threefold laws. You should 3 times bad and the times good, and 3 times good. Wait, let me read that again. What does it say? Mind the threefold laws. You should 3 times bad and 3 times good. I don't know what that means. When misfortune is now, wear the star upon your brow. Okay, whatever. Anyway. So there you have it. So it's not one of the what I like to call the evil religions of this planet.
Which one? I just got back.
Wiccan. Druids. It dates back to Celtics and Druids, and it's a lot of stuff is borrowed from them. I forget the guy's name who sort of It was a whole big controversy. No, I just made it up myself. Yeah, no, he borrowed from all the Celtics and the Druids and basically rebirthed some of the old ancient religions from back when, and turned it into this Wiccan thing. And It was back in the 60s or 70s. I forget exactly. Could have been. Could have
You're
been. I
talking
want
about
to say
the
60s.
guy. What's his name? Levine. Satanist guy. What was his name? Lyrics. What was his name?
I don't know. Levine's right though.
Levine. God, on the tip of my tongue.
Well,
The guy started the Satanic Church. He
yeah.
wrote
Well,
the
that
Satanic
to me it's
Bible.
just fucking stupid.
The
Satan.
Satanic Bible. What was his
Yeah.
name?
I don't know. I don't care. He's an idiot.
I care right now because it's on the tip of my tongue. Anton LaVey. That's it. Anton LaVey. Not
There
Levine.
you go.
Anton LaVey.
Yeah. It's you know. To begin with, Satan is a product of the Christian religion in the first place, Catholic. But that's number one. So it's just stupidity. It's just somebody jumping on another bandwagon.
Uh-oh.
Satan.
Satan.
Satan. Coming
Come
for
on,
you.
Bunto.
He's coming for you, Bunto. Satan is. He's gonna cast you to hell.
Isn't that special?
So what's Bunto doing in the outside chat? Why didn't he come in?
Ozzy Osbourne.
Ozzy.
Shitman, Patman knows a shitload of Satanism. Yeah.
I see you sharing the screen. So what is he doing outside there? Why didn't he come in?
Pat does, man. Why do you know so much about this shit, Pat?
I don't. I'm telling you that it's a fucking stupid ass.
You deal on the wicked stuff
Satanists are stupid ass jerk offs who jumped on a fucking anti-Christian bandwagon who don't even realize that Satan is one of their fucking products.
Well, it's good to like refurbish a product and sell it back out to the masses again. Like Slinkies. Slinkies were wicked cool back in the day, and then they changed them up a little bit, and now Slinkies hot again, dude.
They made them plastic.
Well, I mean, what goes up the stairs are
Different
lunar
colors.
hairs. It makes a slinkety sound.
Yeah,
A toy, a wonderful toy.
Satan is
Everyone
like,
knows it's Slinky.
Slinky, Slinky.
And now you're saying, how the fuck did he know all those words?
They even made rainbow Slinkies.
I think Bunto's onto something here.
I don't know, but Bunto better get his ass in here instead of fucking hang out on the outside.
You know way too much.
How come I'm not seeing this?
Seeing what?
You definitely have said you're an anti-theist. So I don't know. Are you telling the truth, Pat?
Yeah, I'm a bit of an anti-theist.
Don't want to go to
You're
hell.
not a Satanist?
No, but that's fucking stupid.
Or a Wiccan?
I'm a total atheist. How can I be a Satanist? All right, there's something wrong with Google. It's not loading the outside chat. It's having trouble.
If you're an atheist, you're a Satanist by default now.
No, it's not true. In fact, it's completely opposite of that.
No. You're worshiping Satan. If you're not of the true believers,
He knows more about it than I do.
you're worshiping
There we
Satan.
go. Now I got it. Now, I still don't see Bunto. I don't know. Where is he? In a different chat or a different hangout or something?
He just did the outside chat. Yeah.
Well, then I
saw him in a hangout earlier, in Keefe's hangout.
by the time I got it to reload, he was gone.
Keefy.
Keefy.
Yeah, is somebody gonna tell Keefe that? Ask Keefe, why the fuck is he blocking me?
He blocked you?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I've been telling people that for a month now.
Maybe he doesn't like you, I guess, dude.
I think he got.
Maybe you blocked him.
He got me confused with my fucking clone troll. That's
No,
what
he
happened.
didn't block you.
Well, then who did? No, it's every time Keefe's
You
in another
blocked
room.
him.
No, I did not block Keefe.
Yes, you did.
No, you are mistaken.
Prove it.
He'll show you the block
Sure.
list.
I mean, there should be no reason. There should be no reason why I should have to prove it. And I'm talking too loud, so I'm going to lower my voice.
Because I don't believe you. Prove it.
Well, yeah, I know you're fucking around right now, but I'm going to do it anyway.
Prove it. I am a Patrick.
It's Satan. That's what it is.
I do not believe Patrick.
All right, where the hell is that button? How do I do this?
How do I
Block
block you?
people. Here we go. Block people.
Keefies.
Okay. So I'm gonna go back to the Hangout screen. I hear dink dink. What are you guys loading up?
You. We're
Oh, you're
looking at
presenting me? Wow. Hey, you like my face? Hi.
You like my face?
Okay, let me share the screen.
How about
probably
you
gonna
do this,
you're gonna scare the one viewer that we have out there.
All right, here we go. There you go. Blocked people.
Holy shit! Look at all those people, dude.
That's it. Just a small list, and
That's
most
it,
of
just a
and
couple
most of them
dozen.
are. Guess what? Guess who?
Man, you got a
Mama
lot of
Festa,
people on
Patricia,
Mama
Patrick
Festa?
Festa,
Mama?
Patrick Festa.
Mama?
Yeah,
What are you
remove.
talking Mama Festa?
Yeah,
there. Wait, wait.
another Patrick.
Father.
4 Patrick Festas. There's Trolling Roland, Vladimir Putin. There's another Trolling Roland. See, a lot of them, or most of them, are the same fucking person. Okay, I forgot who this person was. Somebody was throwing porn up there or something, I think. But nevertheless, there it is.
You blocked yourself.
Yeah, that's what people think. That's how stupid they are. Okay, there you have it. That's all I'm going to show you. So,
That was good, dude. That was at least 2 dozen.
no, it was I lost count. It was just a little over a dozen.
You lost count.
But 10 of them are the same people. There's 10 of them are like the same person.
Well, good thing you didn't block your papa.
Papa Festa.
Papa
All right,
Festa.
who's sharing this damn shit? Fuck this. Stop this shit.
So, what kind of wine are you drinking tonight, dude?
It's just my father's wine.
His father's wine. That's the kind of wine he's drinking.
Hey-o.
It's Carlo Rossi's Burgundy, if you must know.
Excellent.
It's $14 a fucking gallon.
Damn right.
And I usually drink the Carlo Rossi Paisano, which I don't have any money for right now. Within a few days I will, and I'll buy myself that one instead, which is the same price.
Well, what's the difference?
I like the Paisano.
I don't know why.
Hey, Paisan. You don't like Paisan? Yeah, Paisano.
I don't know the difference between any of the wines or anything.
I don't really know, but I like the Paisano. I like the way the Paisano tastes better than this one.
I've only had wine a couple times, and I've had a fruity wine, and I didn't like that. And
I don't like the sweet ones. The sweet ones are just too damn sweet. I stay
Yeah,
away from the sweet.
I just didn't like the taste. I didn't like grapes, I guess.
Dude, wine is made from grapes.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Oh, I like grapes, but I just can't drink wine, man.
I was drinking beer for a long time, and all of a sudden I switched. I couldn't drink wine like I'm drinking it now. Just one day, just boom. I don't like beer anymore. Let's drink wine. I know I'll still buy a 6-pack once in a while, but for some reason, it's like I woke up in a different body or something. All of a sudden, my body wanted wine. Oh man, that fucking picture is still around. Will you fucking
I ain't stopping, bro.
creep me out?
Hey, Patty boy! Where's my wine?
What is that? Evil hell in hell, Patrick?
I'm a thirsty. I'm down here. I'm a thirsty.
Did
Where's my wine?
I come in here to get
Where's
abused?
my wine? You drink all of my wine.
Come on.
Did I come in here to get abused?
Oh, we love you, Pat.
Jello.
Is someone looking for abuse?
Yeah. Yeah. Everybody's looking to abuse me.
That's balls deep
You
in the
want to
water.
add to the abuse? You want to add to the abuse of me?
Add to the abuse.
You know I'm always down to abuse you, Patrick.
How you doing, Jello? It's been a few.
God, that's creepy. Will you please? God.
I've been missing all your hangouts. They're all in the morning nowadays.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Well, that's why I, treating you with a night owl tonight.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, fucking morning time's the only time.
And I was even late for that one. I was in another hangout for an hour.
We are live, just to remind you.
Oh,
Why, thank you.
yeah,
Not a
that's
problem.
right. You're live. Watch it. Well, tell everybody who's watching. Do you see the
It's being
abuse?
recorded, Pat.
You watching Brother John abuse me with that with that hell Patrick picture?
I
What's
think you
up,
should
Green
tell these
Soul?
guys about your extensive knowledge of the satanic practices.
Yeah, right. Like I know so much about it.
Yes.
No, but Wicca is, you know, it's a
Hey, Frank.
it's a harmless religion.
I haven't seen Frank either.
What's up, Frank?
Yeah, how you doing, guys? Got some free time. I decided to hang out.
You're on a stakeout.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's doing this. Like, yeah, I got some free time.
Yeah,
Just wait, let me listen to this. Man. What's going on here?
yeah. Basically, I'm working.
In your car?
Where else are you gonna do a stakeout?
yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought you were driving around hookers again.
Yeah, maybe. Who knows?
That's on the weekends.
That's on the weekends.
Mondays.
Hooker weekends.
And a treat every once in a while.
Monday to Thursday, he stalks.
Yeah, need some information.
I need some information. There was a show called, I forget what it was called. My ex-wife used to love the show. It was a British show. Information. How was that show?
Best show ever was that game show with the whammy. I can't remember the name of it. That was my favorite show growing up.
Yeah. Big bucks, big bucks. No
Yeah.
whammies and stop.
Are you, Jello, are you old enough to remember Space 1999?
Oh, I remember that one.
No, I don't think so.
I mean, this was back in the 70s. It was one of the best sci-fi shows on
Yeah, I was born
in its day. In its day, it was
I
kind of
was
cool.
born in '75. I don't remember much from the '70s.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I learned a
don't
bit
know.
since, but I don't remember much.
Well, you're just a child. Listen,
Yeah,
listen,
that's
little
right.
boy. That fucking picture you got up there is creepy.
Why does
Child.
bothering you so much, man? It's okay.
It's
He's secretly getting turned on right now.
Yeah, is
Fucking
there something wrong?
It's like, like putting stuff like that up. It's creepy, man.
The thing is, he's told me so many times, and I've told him, Patrick, I just don't care how you feel about it so many times.
So many times. It's only the
The
second
more
time.
you say that, the more he's gonna keep it on. You know that, right?
Yeah.
What are you talking about? It's only the second time.
I think that's exactly what Pat wants. He's using the reverse psychology.
Just keep playing.
You see the abuse I'm getting? Is anybody watching out there? You see the abuse I get?
You want me to put up some more sexy boys for you, Patrick? Is that what you want?
Well, if you can get some girls to do that instead.
What, get some girls, sexy boys?
I'll be right back. I
You
gotta,
sure?
I gotta go take a piss and smoke a cigarette. I'll be right back.
Sure, no problem, man. Release it. And so, hey, bro, Joe, I
Yes,
just
sir.
wanted to know, like, what was the reason why you ended God Talk?
I guess I was getting a little tired of these same old debates coming up.
Okay.
I don't know.
It's because
It's
he's
just a
not a
phase.
real Christian.
But I did have a nice talk with Joe Carter, and he was giving me a bunch of different other ideas and topics to talk about that necessarily have to
Mhm.
deal with, the Christian side of things, and we could just deal with more of a spiritual aspect, like what's awareness and stuff like that. So
How
might do
you
something like that.
think interfaith hang out? How you think that's you want to make it something like that or something a little different?
I'm not even sure. I'll tell you the truth.
Okay.
Not even sure. Yeah.
Well, the times I've been to God Talk, I never really encountered a lot of issues as far as people debating each other.
need new topics, dude. I said, should get into the African mythologies. I'm trying to think of what else. There's a lot of Eastern philosophy that you probably you aren't familiar with, you know.
Yeah, I would have liked to done something on Hinduism and have like, actual Hindu.
I know
You
some
know,
actual Hindus.
oh,
Yeah. Plus, in the Google Plus community too, I know a couple.
I haven't come across any yet.
Yeah, they're around.
Sure, there are probably a billion of them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know a little bit about it too. I used to read stuff on Hinduism. Actually, it's funny because I took like a faith test. I turned out to be 100% Hindu, which I found hilarious. But it's like a faith-o-matic, I think it's called. I think it's a total of 20 questions, and then it picks out the faith that you belong to by percentages.
Oh, I took something like that. Came out. Oh, I'm trying to remember now. Definitely leaned towards the pantheistic side. I don't remember exactly if it pinpointed one religion. I remember taking. I think we did it one time. What Hindu god?
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, that was bull because everybody got the same one. Yeah, everybody got the same one. So yeah, those type of from that website for some reason it has all different types of tests. Everybody gets the same thing, so it's useless. So how's everything? How was that retreat, by the way, that you went to?
Oh, it was good. I actually had a good time. Saw some old faces. Met a couple new people. Got into a couple of good conversations. And yeah, I mean, I even sat in on a couple of the worship services. At night they had a campfire thing, which was cool. And then once they started getting to the preaching, then I would just go take a walk. But yeah, it was good. It's good. Ate good.
Mm,
Yeah, had a good time.
that's cool. What kind of food?
Oh, let's see. Well, breakfast. We just missed the breakfast. So they had French toast, eggs, and stuff like that. And then lunch it
Um,
was pretty much
did you sing?
like bar. No, no, I didn't sing.
You didn't sing. No singing.
I listened.
Oh, you listened. Any type of sermon that you know that caught your attention, or were you
But
sleeping?
like I said, when they started getting into the preaching, I kind of got up and took a walk.
In the middle of the sermon?
Yeah.
Did anybody watch you while you were walking away?
I'm sure.
I was like, look at this guy walking away. He's not one of us.
I didn't even pay no mind to it. Really, didn't really think
Yeah.
about it.
Did you stick your middle finger while you were leaving?
No.
Yeah, I'm going to the bathroom right now. Uh, yeah, I actually went to a couple of those retreats. Got nothing out of it.
I went to a Seventh-day Adventist retreat once for a week.
A
A
week.
week.
It was like a
Whoa.
camp. Yeah, oh yeah. So when I was a kid, we had Bible studies, we had planned activities, and we prayed. And I was an atheist then too. I didn't believe it at all.
Were you made to go there? Your parents sent you or something?
No, I wanted to go.
How old were you?
I must have been like 13.
And why did you want to go?
Yeah.
It was something new.
So you were just incredibly bored and was like, you know,
Well, actually, it was a friend of mine that was going, and they invited me. And at first, I said no, but then I was like, maybe I should go because I said no at first, you know. And my mother kind of encouraged me. She raised me secular. Like, I don't think she's an atheist, but she raised me as like a secular parent. So she
Basically, she
encouraged
wanted
me.
to take a break from you.
Yeah,
that's
take
probably
a break
why.
for a week.
Get your ass out of
Me
the
and
house.
Dad,
fucking
me and
You should
Daddy
go,
want to
bro.
get it on. You gotta
You should go. You should go.
Yeah.
you should definitely get out of my hair for a bit.
Yeah, go. Go to that whatever you're going to. Go.
It was Seventh-day Adventists. It was an
Yeah.
interesting bunch. Fucking brainwashed real bad.
Yeah, I'm sure they did a number on you. I don't think my church would be very happy with me right about now.
Why?
Because back when I did the whole camp fucking Boy Scout fucking hate gay people thing, and now that I kind of don't hold those views, I wonder if like if I could go back in time and just stick my mind as it is right now in my fucking 9-year-old body, just imagine the amount of trouble I would get in.
I heard my name. What's
You
up,
hear
Red?
that shit, dude.
Trouble? Yeah.
What's up, Red? What did I do now? I didn't do it. It wasn't me.
Nah, it wasn't you. It was all me, man. You don't get credit.
Oh, okay.
Talk about lyrics.
I checked out your last videos
lyrics
that you told me about.
experience. Talking about lyrics experience in the Seventh-day Adventist camp.
Oh, I checked out my. I checked out your videos.
He's a Satanist. He don't care, dude.
Did you
I
did you
know,
get
he's
the
a
comments on the videos that I checked out that you told me about?
Who you talking to?
Reds.
Yeah, I checked out those comments. Those were good, especially for the part in relation to part 2. Part
Yeah,
4.
I thought that maybe you could have told the guy. What did I say? That in fact it was a sped up video. I mean, they didn't hide it. You know, it's not like they were hiding it.
Yeah, of course they weren't hiding. Of course it was sped up. But what he was saying is that they sped up the video to make it look like they were doing 17,000 miles an hour.
Yeah, it's obvious that it doesn't look like you're going. When you're going that fast, that high up, it doesn't go. The ground does not go by that fast.
Yeah.
Simple as that.
I said, and then I show the math. It's like in order to accurately represent 17,000 miles an hour, they would actually need to slow down by that footage by 12 times. You fucking
Yeah.
idiot. And
It's
on
It's
top of that,
badass that you can. It's badass that you can do the math. I can't do that math.
no, it's just basic trig. And the thing with part 3 is that it took a lot more trig, I will admit, but it's trigonometry that can also be found on the internet. You don't have to know it by heart.
Yeah.
Fuck, I didn't even know it by heart. In the video, I state the blog post I'm actually getting this information from. I'm getting it from a guy who knows what the fuck he's talking about, by a guy named Marai Ziller, who has a blog post, who is a trigonometry expert as far as I'm concerned. And everything he does checks out. I drew a big ass circle, made my lines, measured them, checked the measurements, and they match perfectly.
Yeah, but you're better at it than you're saying you are, because you were able to explain it very quickly, and the arctangents and all that shit. I don't remember any of that shit.
Mm.
But
Well,
yeah,
it
was good. It was good. I would suggest. We all know that this person is a fucking asshole, but to come out and say it is kind of like a negative effect on your video.
I'm not making my that's what people seem to completely misunderstand. My video is not designed to change this guy's mind. My video is not designed to educate him. My video is designed to call him a fucking dumbass, to make sure that he knows that I'm calling him a fucking dumbass, and to explain why he's a fucking dumbass. And for him to make even more stupid shit, which is why I said at the very end of the video, I know you're gonna make more stupid shit, so expect another video.
I agree. I agree. It's just that when you actually said it towards the end of the video, it kind of like, you know, if I didn't know you, well, I don't really know you anyway, but
Nah.
you know what I'm saying. If I didn't know you from Google, and I was watching this total stranger's video, I would say, well, all right, well, he made his point. Why is he, you know? In other words, it's a negative effect. You know what I'm saying?
And I really don't give a fuck.
I know. I'm just suggesting. You know,
Yeah,
I know he's a dumbass, and you're rightfully calling him a dumbass, and
Yeah.
I agree with you. But if you want more people to see your
I don't want more
obvious
people to
point,
see. I just want him to see him because his name is in the title. He's gonna watch it, and he did. He did watch it. So mission accomplished as far as I'm concerned. The fact that other people watch as well, I guess, is just an added bonus. I'm not setting my expectations too high, which is why I say in the video afterwards is that, listen, I'm making these videos not for these people. I'm making it for you, and I want you to know that you're incorrect because of these points. You're a dumb fuck, and you will be and there will be another video in the future calling you a dumb fuck once again because you have your head up your ass so hard that to try and get your head back out of your ass would bend a crowbar. So,
well, you really hate this guy, don't you?
I just know how to dish it, man. I just know how to dish it. And the next one, I haven't decided yet. I'm pretty sure we're going to be debunking his claims about the moon, the so-called moon hoax. And we're going to be tearing apart not one.
What's this guy's name?
Jeranism. He pronounces it Jeranism, but I'll type it out in the side, and he has video after video
Of why the Earth is flat.
of why the Earth is flat, why NASA lies, and fucking Illuminati, giant lizard people. You know, insert conspiracy theory pertaining to flat Earth here.
I love the idea that he doesn't understand that you can't launch a rocket straight up.
Yeah, that
Oh,
was
I
pretty
just-
smart, too.
What are you fucking kidding me or
I
what?
think I just saw one of those videos.
Yeah. And did you like how I put the desert file with the clip in there? Gravity, you fucking retard.
Yeah. Oh, was that? Yeah, I was wondering who that was.
Yep,
The
desert
last
file.
video
That was
I think I saw, he said they measured the crater on the moon to be like 41 miles, and he was saying, given the distance from the Earth, it couldn't be just 41 miles or.
well. No,
I
he
don't know,
he said that the moon
You want
was
me to-
100% only 3,000 miles away. He
Oh,
says
Boy, oh boy.
he legitimately thinks the moon is only 3,000 miles away. And so in part one, I asked him the question, where the fuck is he getting this information from? And two, if he's ever tried to calculate the moon's distance for himself. You don't need NASA to do this shit. You just need two people that are 2,000 miles apart, which happens to be the case with me in Florida and Jade in California. So what we did was we bought dollar store protractors, or at least mine was dollar store. Jade's was a little bit more bigger. That's the only thing different. So what I did was I was edge on with Jade's location, California, from my location, Florida. I waited till the moon was right at 90 degrees. I mean, just at 90. I then called Jade on Skype, and I said, Jade, make your measurements.
Oh, you know this guy's phone number and shit.
No. I called Jade on Skype. Jade, Turkey Cat, Miyaris Felis.
Oh.
Yeah, someone else that's not Jeranism. Someone who's not a dumb fuck. So I said, Jade, make your measurements. She, from her location, California, the moon was at 55.4 degrees. Take into account everything we know, doing simple trigonometry, we got 224,000 miles away from my front door. So What that means is that even though we were off by 15,000 miles, keep in mind we were using Dollar Store
It
protractors
may
you
not
can
be
use the naked eye.
because it could have been,
Yeah,
the moon could be at perigee.
yeah, exactly. But the point was is that the moon was not only 3,000 miles away, and this shit can be done without having to go to NASA to back it up. It's
Yeah,
trigonometry,
that's true. That's
motherfucker.
true. But stupid people like him, you can't convince with smart stuff. What my next suggestion would be to show him literally with video how if you're on a highway, if you're standing at the edge of the guardrail watching cars go 50 miles an hour, they whiz by like dangerously, phew, phew, like. But then if you like put the camera across the other side of the highway, which is much further away, they look like they're going a lot slower
Yeah,
because they're further away.
parallax.
And the idea obviously is that the further you are away, the slower they get. And then mention that when you see a jet plane fly over you, depending on how high up it is, depending on how close your airport is, the damn thing is doing several hundred miles an hour. It could be a couple hundred miles an hour. I think it has to be like doing at least 300 miles an hour. And it looks like you can sit there and follow it, like you're like really slow, and the damn thing is going hundreds of miles an hour
Yeah,
because it's far away.
Yeah, when I uploaded the SpaceX CRS-7 launch, before it actually all went to shit, I was following it with my tripod very easily, and I was moving my tripod very, very slowly. I mean, it was crawling, and that's why I needed a fluid head tripod so I can
Right.
track it smoothly.
Right.
As-
Well, I'm saying you could put some of that stuff in retard terms for this
Yeah.
jerk off.
Well,
You know
that's
what I mean?
that's what I try to do. I try dumbing it down as much as possible, which is why I needed Houseaway's help for that in making these diagrams, because he's a Photoshop expert, and I don't have that program, nor do I want to. Houseaway knows how to make diagrams because that's what he does. So I said, okay, how about this? I'll explain it using words. You explain it using diagrams. And so we start putting diagrams now, which is why the point that you mentioned about why rockets curved, when you see that corner that the trajectory would have to go at, you're like, wait a minute, that doesn't make any sense. And then you see the curved trajectory, then you see, oh yeah, that makes more sense. And that's what I would do if I was launching a rocket. There you go. That's why rockets curve. And then you have me also explaining it, but in words, while simultaneously calling you a dumb fuck.
Yeah. Well, anyway, that was my suggestion.
Yep. Next one I'm thinking is going to be the moon hoax. And as I was saying, we're not just going to debunk one. We're not going to debunk 2 or 3 or 4. I think we have like 7 points we're going to debunk in one video. Because all of them are just way too easy. Like, why was there no dust on the lunar module landing cups? And I was like, landing cups. Oh, charming. By the way, those are called foot pads. I believed if you actually did your research, you would have figured that shit out.
Landing, no dust on them? How would he know there's no dust on them?
Well, based upon pictures, or wait a minute, was that his video? Yeah, I think that was his video. I've been watching a lot of moon hoaxer videos, so I'm actually going to put a disclaimer on that. That may or may not have been from his video, but I will say this, he does make points that are that stupid.
Mm.
Yeah, so I've been watching a lot of conspiracy moon hoax
The thing
videos.
is, you're making a stupid person famous.
Probably, but I really don't care, so long as he knows
Stop
that I'm
making
calling him
stupid
a dumb
people
fuck.
famous.
As long as he knows that I'm calling him a dumb fuck, that's all I care about. And the extra views are just a bonus. If I only get one view, and that one view is from him, good. He says he's not going to watch my videos, but he's commented on all 3 of them.
Can't help it.
He can't help it.
He can't help it.
When his
He has
name
to
is
watch.
in that
He has to
title,
watch. It's like,
he
no,
has
I don't
to
want to
watch.
watch this fucking guy's video. No, I can't. Oh my god, my hand is out of control. My hand won't let me get away from the mouse. It's clicking on it. Oh, no.
And he's fucking tortured by it. It's awesome. Can't fucking wait for the 4th one. So I'm currently in the process of, I'm taking a hiatus because of the rocket launches and everything like that.
Oh,
But I
by the
am
way,
hyping it up.
By the way, you're the man. I realize you live down there and you do videos of those things. So, From what I can gather from your videos and ones I've watched from NASA, the rocket exploded at the point of the separation sequence.
Miko.
Uh,
It blew up at Miko.
At Miko, right? Miko was
Main engine cut off.
it dropped off at main engine cutoff.
Right as separation was about to occur, the second stage had an overpressure event. Now, why it had an overpressure event is still under investigation, but what happened was one of the tanks ruptured, and when it ruptured, it didn't explode right away. What happened was is that it ruptured partly so that gas could escape at a super high velocity. And when
Wow.
it escapes at super high velocity, it's like there's another jet engine or another rocket along the side of the craft pushing towards it perpendicular, and it caused the craft to actually rotate. And when it rotates, it disintegrated.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So a
So
bunch.
this wasn't the separation sequence. It was actually just before it.
It was just before Miko. Yeah.
Oh
And
wow.
so the
Johnny May was asking me, and I didn't know, and I
yeah.
told him that you had a video on it, and I didn't know it. How do you know so much? Are you in any way part of that, or you just happen to be there at the right time?
I go to see rocket launches whenever they actually have a launch.
And you got this information by the PA system.
By SpaceX through the news agencies, and also because Elon Musk tweeted it out actually that they had an overpressure event in the second stage, and all preliminary reports show that first stage was completely nominal. There was nothing wrong with the first stage, nothing. It was a picture-perfect launch. The issue happened when they were just about to fire second stage and there was an overpressure event. And what happened was is that you saw that on my video, you see the plume of smoke. That's the
Yeah.
jet going out the side of it. And then you see that plume of smoke stop for a bit and then go again. What happened was is that the initial plume of smoke was really big. It kept going because then it was constant. It tilted the rocket on its side, and then you saw the big explosion when it finally all broke up.
Wow.
And
Well,
all that
that's a lot of detail.
and
That's
all
something
that
I've
is
never
on that
even
video.
heard on the news.
Well, another thing that you see on my video, not from SpaceX, but on my video itself,
Yeah.
you can tell that the ship got jolted sideways with a lot of force.
I did
Why?
see
Because
that. I did see that on your
the
video.
dragon is caught on my camera falling off of the craft.
I think I'm gonna have to watch it again if I can find it again.
It's
I think
very
you did
hard.
see that.
It's very hard to tell, but I actually have my editor open with this footage in, and I can freeze frame it right as you see the dragon fall off the spacecraft because it got jolted sideways with such a force that actually knocked the dragon off the top of it.
Listen, there's a guy I hang out with, Johnny May. You might even know him.
Never heard of him actually.
Well, Johnny May is one of my I play chess with him. He's from Australia. If you can connect with him one of these days and explain to him exactly that, because he was asking me, because I'm the science guy, right? And I didn't know. I didn't have that detail you just gave me. That's pretty fucking detailed.
Yeah, the thing about it is that when you're in the process of debunking flat Earth, you tend to want to know your shit. That's my thing.
Well, that's cool. I mean,
Travis,
that's
you got
cool.
a
But
YouTube username Crow777. I just put a link on the sign. There's
what?
similar videos like that. He was the one I was talking about earlier.
Yeah, and let's see. I go here. Okay, so let me do this real quick. I'm going to do a zoom event right as the actual failure happens because I can do this live while I'm on a G plus. All right, so there's the point. So I'm going to hit split right there. I'm going to delete the rest because we don't need it. I'm going to go here and I'm going to do a major zoom in on it. So let's zoom in on this. Right there.
Also, you see that video going around, apparently taken from the International Space Center of 3 unidentified flying objects.
Yeah, I actually haven't heard of that.
And then they cut the broadcast.
Hey, Redline, can I ask you a question?
I'll get you
Sure.
linked for that. Hey Eric, what's going on, man?
Nothing. Hey, Redline, did the
Sorry.
a lot of times when a rocket malfunctions, ground control blows it up. Did that happen at all with this?
That I'm not sure of. Actually, it was quite spectacular how it all happened, but the official story is that the second stage is what caused the breakup.
Right. Patrick, the reason that he knows so much about this is actually that because he's a space cadet, but we already knew that.
Oh, of course, yeah, bullshit.
Him and Von
Why?
Helton were planning a flight together, right?
I meant
I
that
wish.
in a good way.
I'm not that smart.
He's also very modest.
There's
So am I.
I put a link to the video if you're interested in those objects that were allegedly recorded.
Yeah. So let's do this again.
From Space Center.
Okay, all right.
Okay.
I
So
found.
you just said that it was at the Miko, but
Yes.
it was the separation stage that caused the problem.
It was the second stage that caused the problem. It didn't actually reach separation because, as we all know, the first stage went down with the rest of the
Right.
ship. It didn't quite meet separation yet.
Right. So it was in. Was it the? Was it, let me ask you this. I think this is it. So I'm thinking that it was the initiation of the separation.
Yes, it was just about to go to second stage, and then kablooey.
Okay.
It went boom. And so let me go ahead and share this real quick. So
Yeah, I'd
I'm
like to
sharing
see
my
that.
screens. You should be able to see my editor now.
Okay, there it is.
Okay, so let me get this up on the screen. So I did this as best I could. So going at it frame by frame. Let me zoom in on it. All right.
How long into the mission did this happen?
139 seconds.
That's crazy.
All right, so I don't know if you can see it, but where my mouse is going, you're gonna see this very ominous dot right here. So going, you see how it moved? So going frame by frame. See how it's falling through the cloud,
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
and now it's over here.
So like this. So there's a front and then there's a back.
Yeah, and going over here. See this dot right now?
No, I don't see that dot.
I
see
know
a cloud.
it's fucking hard to hard to see unless you're actually looking at the original.
Oh, now I saw it. Yeah,
Oh,
now
now
I
you
see
saw it right here.
it. Yeah.
Okay, so this is the rocket itself. This I'm assuming is the Dragon spacecraft that fell off the top of it.
Oh, wow.
And this, if I keep going through the frame, you can see it falls down, and then we lose track of it somewhere in here. I don't see it after that.
Excuse me, I just heard a noise. I have to check.
Yep.
Was how loud was it?
You didn't hear it at all.
You didn't hear it? Was there an explosion, or did it just sort of fall apart?
No, there was no audible sound from the failure. But there was, I mean, the only sound that we heard was it going up, and then the crackle faded away, and then it was only after the sound kind of faded to the point where we couldn't hear it over the sound of people talking, that the failure happened, and there was no audible sound from the actual breakup.
Sorry about that.
Not an issue. And then moving on, you see this. So here's the first failure. So here we see fire jetting out the side. So you can see it's going in this direction. You see that?
Mm-hmm.
So it's going in that direction.
The left or the
I
up?
do see that dot now.
Yeah, there's the dot right there. And compared to the spacecraft, which is just this little stack right here, that's actually relatively the correct size of the Dragon spacecraft. So I think it fell off. It fell to its death. But
is the jet going to the left?
well, the jet's going to the left. Yes, you see this flame out. So as I'm going forward. You can see how it's more flamed on this side than it is on this side.
Absolutely.
Yeah, this side is more flamed, so it's actually pointed towards me where I would be standing at Cape Canaveral. And then it flames down, so now it's no longer on fire, but it's still being jetted out. As you can see, when this cloud, which is formed from the fire, now all you have is raw fuel, which does not make a consistent cloud. It doesn't make a consistent vapor trail. It just
It looks
evaporates.
thicker and whiter.
Yeah, it just evaporates. And so you're seeing it evaporating really fast because now it's in the vacuum of space. So you see how it's evaporating very fast?
Uh-huh.
It's still evaporating, and now what happens right here?
Oh,
Now
is it
you
that
can
high
see-
up? Is it
Yeah,
already in space?
It's like I think 45 miles and up or something like that. And I don't know the exact altitude, but I know it's in space because when they do separation, that's the Merlin 1D vacuum engine, so it's designed to work in a vacuum.
Okay.
And so now you see this. Now this stove right here. Now the rocket is no longer pointing straight up. It's pointing straight up from my perspective, but you gotta remember I'm looking at an angle. So compared to where the direction's supposed to be pointing, it's way the fuck off. So right now it's going sideways.
Oh, wow.
And as the rocket is going sideways, see there's that flash right there, that
Yeah.
boom, this explosion right here. Look at that,
Oh,
look at
wow.
that boom. That explosion right there is the tank finally completely rupturing, and that is just the rocket and the second stage itself just blowing out its insides. So now there's nothing left of the core of the rocket itself. Now what happens after there's no core of the rocket, you can see it evaporates almost immediately, and then the vapor trail or the cloud condenses after that. More fire from the Merlin 1Ds, and then disintegration. Now there is no rocket on that vapor trail. Actually, it's a little bit before that. Right here, there is no rocket in this picture.
Right.
Because if I were to play it again, we're going at frame by frame. No rocket. Still no rocket. Let me zoom out here a bit. So again, no rocket.
There's
Now
some
you see the
fragments there,
pieces. So it went from. Let me zoom back out or back up a bit. There's the explosion. That's the rocket blowing out its insides. There's the rocket disintegrating. And that's the pieces. All this is pieces. See that?
Yeah.
Right there. Piece right there. This is a piece. See them tumbling?
And that's why there was no sound, because it was already almost out of the atmosphere.
Yeah, correct. We didn't hear anything. Here's a piece, here's a piece, here's a piece, there's another piece. And I caught all this with my own camera.
Wow.
Fucking amazing.
Fucking Reds, you're amazing.
Was it was that going to be a mission to the International Space Station?
Yes, it was a resupply mission.
Yeah, it was a resupply mission, and according to the article I read, they have duplicates of things, but they're okay. It's but there were some critical things that they really wanted to get up there, and they can get up
This
there.
was actually the third failure. Because remember, the Antares didn't launch because it blew up. The Russian Progress vehicle tumbled in orbit and then burned up in the atmosphere, so that failed. And now the not the Russian, now it's the SpaceX Dragon also failed. So they had 3 failures in a row. Now they're good on supplies only until October. And now the next vehicle to go up there is going to be a Progress, which was scheduled, I think, until December. Now they've actually bumped that up, I've been told, to get a rocket up there. They're going to be like, hey, listen, we're okay eating ramen noodles for the next month, but get your fucking shit together and get me a goddamn rocket that works. We're starving up here.
We were talking about the Wiccan thing and the things happen in threes, and this is something that happened in threes.
Yep, it happened in threes. And so the Russians had a failure, SpaceX had a failure, Antares had a failure. All of them had a failure. And they need to get a fucking Progress vehicle up there, restock the shit, and
Yeah.
basically they're
Now,
going to have to fill it with nothing with food and water because
now
they really need to
avoiding
restock.
all conspiracies. Does this seem suspicious to you?
No. Luck of the draw. It's like, oh, let me make a conspiracy that costs $61 million.
No,
No.
I meant sabotage or anything like that.
Oh no, there's nothing like that. They have it underneath lock and key, and pretty much the base is guarded like you wouldn't imagine. I did try to get onto the base at one point and say, listen, I want to go just on the causeway. I don't want to go to the space center. I just want to go to the causeway. I won't even enter the fucking site. Just the causeway. I want to go to the beach that's off of the causeway. I want to set up my camera there so I can record, so I can only be maybe 6 miles away from the thing instead of 13, which is how far away I was when I shot that one. And they searched my car, they searched my camera equipment, they searched everything, and still told me no.
Yeah. Still, you're the best information I've ever had.
Oh, good.
I think you sell yourself short. I think you're a
Yeah.
lot smarter than you say you are.
I just find space travel and space in general fascinating, and whenever they have a rocket launch, I never miss it. I'm like, okay, rocket launch, we're going. And it was even at one point where it was 5:50 in the morning, and I was supposed to leave at 5:30, and it's amazing the fact that when I'm late for work, I roll myself out of bed. I'm like, oh my god, and then I basically slump over to the fridge, try to wake myself up. But when a rocket goes off and I'm late to a rocket launch, I explode out of bed like a fucking nuclear bomb. I'm like, I'm not missing this shit. Grab all the camera gear and haul ass.
Nice.
Like, I don't care. I'm paying tolls today, boy. Get me there.
Nice.
Usually I
No,
take.
I mean, it's really interesting. I mean, I'm a bit of
kind of cameras
I'm a
they
bit of
have
a
on
science enthusiast myself, and but nothing compared to what you do. That's really that's great that
Yeah. Comment about the cameras. Someone wanted to know what cameras I use.
No, I want to know. Do you guys know what kind of camera they have on the International Space Station?
They have multiple cameras on the International Space Station. Last I heard, they had 50. Couple DSLRs, couple professional like videographer cameras that shoot mainly video, 4K, that kind of stuff. Couple GoPros, especially one they put into a floating water bubble.
Well, you could see why it takes a whole lot less than that to start off a conspiracy theory, but you could see why the suspicion because of that might come up, right?
I guess 3 times.
I mean,
and
three
failed.
times in a row. It's
Failed.
like, is there something going on here? Is there somebody doing this?
Yeah,
Is
yeah. Who's doing the next lift?
It's the next launch is going to be a Atlas V, and then about a week after that, we're looking at a Delta IV. And the Delta IV is launching a GPS satellite. That one's not going to the space station. None of the next two launches are going to the space station. They're their own orbiting crafts. So one of them is going to be a satellite. The other one's going to be GPS satellite. Or the first one's going to be a communication satellite. The other one's going to be a GPS satellite to replace a dead one that I think burned up in the atmosphere like a week ago or something like that.
But they have to get they have to get crucial supplies there by October, you said, right?
They have enough supplies to last them until October, and basically at this point it's down to the Russians, and the Russians cannot under any circumstances fuck this up. Because if they do, then something's got to give, and we all have to scramble. SpaceX is going to have to put either another rocket on there, Russia's going to have to launch another Soyuz, or ESA's gonna have to pull some slick shit and get their ATV up there, but we'll see what happens.
What's
How
the
many?
Russians' name?
What's the crew size up there now?
Right now it's 3. They will be getting 3 more soon. I think the launch of the 3 crew is going to be in August.
What's the Russian ship's name?
The Soyuz.
Oh, the Soyuz. Oh, I mean, we're still counting on the Russians. I thought we finally.
We're not solely dependent on the Russians as far as getting stuff to space and
Not
supplies to the
anymore.
space
No.
station, but we are solely dependent on Russia currently for getting astronauts there because they're the only ones with a approved human-rated spacecraft, which is why SpaceX is currently testing their Dragon version 2, and they successfully had a launch abort system test. They passed their test there. Boeing is making the CST-100, which will be ferrying astronauts to the space station as well, but they haven't even begun testing on their
Well, what about the Orion project?
What's that?
What about the Orion project?
Orion's not designed to go to the space station, even though it can. Orion is designed for bigger missions, like missions returning to the moon, capturing an
Well,
asteroid.
I thought it was. I thought it was our passenger vehicle.
No. Crew missions to the space station is going to fall to SpaceX and Boeing. NASA in their SLS system is going to go for bigger and better things like missions to Mars and that kind of stuff. Yeah, that's the Delta IV heavy rocket with the Falcon
Yeah.
or the
Listen,
Orion.
guys, I'm just gonna, because I'm hitting about the 2 hour mark here. I'm just gonna end the live part of the broadcast. So anybody listening or on the future on the YouTube, yeah, want to know more about what Red's doing, go to his channel, Red's Rhetoric. Everybody else, have a good night. Thanks for stopping by.
Yep. Support the cause. But anyway.